Candy Rangers is an interesting little shooter where you play as 4 characters at the same time. It's not as complicated as it sounds, as each character has one attack, and it corresponds to your WASD keys. In short, you have enemies on screen with a direction in their tag, and you have to shoot them with the right direction to do proper damage. Rack up combos, get extra time, and don't get hit because it depletes your timer. Finish the level before time runs out, and don't run out of time or it's game over. For such a simple premise, Candy Rangers does offer a good amount of difficulty in the demo. It requires fast reflexes and the ability to focus on several things at once. The sweats among us can try to rack up combo kills at just the right time for the top score. Me, I'm fine with just playing the game to beat it. I really enjoyed the art style as well as the music that serves as the basis for each level. It's another Star Fox game. Rogue Flight is damn good looking and it's got enough personality of its own to stand apart from the rest. Less of an homage to Star Fox and more of a tribute to anime, this is yet another on-rail shooter where you take down thousands upon thousands of enemy aircraft in style. In addition to moving and shooting, you can parry attacks by doing a barrel roll, and you have a sick anime wing swipe that does massive damage to everything in its path. Safe to say, this game will impress visually, and anime fans will probably enjoy the story in between missions. I don't know what the story is because I don't pay attention to that in demos. I hope my pilot crew makes regionals in the season finale. If you smurfed me which IP would smurf a Smurf in 2024 for video games, it'd be a long Smurf before the Smurf smurfed. And yet, I smurfed the demo for the Smurfs Dreams, an action platforming Smurf where you smurf as a Smurf who smurfs to the village to find everyone asleep under the Smurf of the evil Gargamel. Each Smurf is the Smurf of another Smurf, where you'll smurf tons of collectibles, Smurfs, and just smurf the scenery. It's a surprisingly difficult Smurf in some parts, especially Smurf 2 with the mirror world mechanics. Overall, I do smurf that it is a pretty Smurf-friendly Smurf, and any Smurf with little Smurfs should smurf it out even if it's just a weekend Smurf. I love the demo for Spilled. I played it probably half a dozen times since it came out, but I wanted to include it in my roundup because the developer completely overhauled the graphics and it looks so much better now. Spilled is a very simple, cozy cleanup game where you clean up oil, garbage, and gradually upgrade your ship to collect more of everything and easier. There's not much more to say about it other than that it is a very charming game with even more charming graphics, and you should check out the demo and use it as a reason to relax for a little bit. Kiosk is a spoopy game about making and serving burgers and hot dogs in a possibly haunted building, a concept that has literally never been done in the history of video games. You play as a guy working at night in a kiosk that is still inexplicably open and serves stuff like hot dogs and beers. You make the food and serve the food, and occasionally the power goes out and creepy stuff happens. And not so creepy stuff that I guess is supposed to be creepy. Personally, I like the little things like how nobody cares that I drop their food on the ground and that I open up packages by throwing knives at them. I feel like you either love or hate these games by now. It did genuinely get me to jump a couple of times. Maestro feels like the kind of game that VR was made for. The premise is simple. It's a rhythm game where you control an orchestra. You flick your wand, point your finger, and make the chorus stop singing at just the right time. You make them louder, quieter. It just wouldn't be as fun without the VR element. And it's a pretty simple concept that can get challenging quickly as the song goes on. It really brought out my flair for the dramatic. I had a lot of fun with the demo, and I can't wait for the full game to come out. If the developers are smart, they'll make it moddable to add user-created levels. I want to orchestrate mean songs. Also, like and subscribe for more of these videos.